It was supposed to be one of those slow, intimate Friday nights, the kind where nothing dramatic happens, where the world feels small and warm, and her laughter fills the quiet corners of the room. I planned everything. A simple dinner, soft music floating through the apartment, her favorite wine breathing on the table, candles throwing tiny dances of light across the walls. But the moment she stepped inside, I felt something shift. There was a strange brightness in her voice, too light, too smooth, like she was holding something just out of sight. I told myself she was tired, stressed. We'd been together 3 years. I trusted our rhythm, her spark, my steadiness. Halfway through dinner, her phone buzzed. A smile tugged at her lips, not a normal smile, but a small, secret one she used to save just for me. My chest tightened, not jealousy, not suspicion, just a quiet ache. I didn't ask. I didn't want to sound controlling. So I poured more wine and pretended the moment didn't bruise something inside me. Later, we sat on the couch with a movie playing in the background, neither of us paying attention. She kept scrolling, giggling quietly at whatever flashed across her screen. "What's funny?" I asked. She kissed my cheek and whispered, "You wouldn't get it, babe." I laughed with her, but the sting lingered. That night, as she fell asleep, her phone buzzed again. She shifted, pulling it tighter against her chest. The space between us felt heavier than ever. In the morning, she was gone. A text followed, left early for work, with a heart emoji, except it was Saturday, and I knew better. Hours later, I decided to surprise her at a cafe near her office. When she saw me, her smile cracked before she forced it into place. "What are you doing here?" she asked too fast. I told her I thought we could walk home together. Across from her sat a guy I'd never seen, tall, relaxed, wearing a smirk that made my stomach twist. She introduced us with rehearsed casualness. He shook my hand with the confidence of someone who knew something I didn't. And then, as I turned to leave, he dropped a sentence that shattered everything. "Guess he doesn't know about Thursday night." 7 words. That was all. But they ripped the floor out from under me. Her face drained of color. My heart went silent. The cafe noise faded into a distant hum. "Evan, wait, I can explain." But I didn't want an explanation. I didn't need one. Every late reply, every sudden giggle, every night she turned her back. It all clicked into place with brutal clarity. I walked out. No shouting. No accusations. Just a quiet, final exit. That night, I packed one duffel bag, left my apartment key on the counter, and deleted her number. I didn't block her. I wanted her apologies to echo into the void. By morning, my phone was drowning in missed calls. Her voice shook through the voicemails. "Please let me explain. It's not what it sounded like." But the truth doesn't scream. It whispers, and it had already spoken. I drove until the city disappeared behind me, until the scent of her perfume faded, until my thoughts finally quieted. I settled in a small lakeside town, peaceful and distant, far enough away to breathe again. Days passed, then weeks. Her messages kept coming. Long apologies, short excuses, voice notes filled with sobs. I answered none of them. 1 month later, an envelope arrived. No return address, but her handwriting unmistakable. Inside was a letter drenched in regret. She begged for forgiveness, called a moment of stupidity, swore nothing happened except a kiss she didn't stop right away. But betrayal isn't an accident. It's a choice. A small one at first, then another, until the truth collapses under the weight of them. I didn't respond. 2 weeks later, she appeared at my doorstep. She sat on my porch wearing the sweater I once bought her, eyes swollen from crying. When she said my name, her voice cracked open. "Evan, please. I need to talk to you." "You shouldn't be here," I said. "I know, but I couldn't let it end like this. I made one mistake, and you just vanished. You didn't even let me explain." "You already explained," I said quietly. "He kissed you. You didn't stop him. That's enough." She broke. Tears streamed down her face. "I thought we were stronger than one mistake," she whispered. "So did I." Silence stretched between us. thick with memories, laughter, promises now reduced to rubble. "I thought you'd come back," she said, "that you'd remember us, that you'd forgive me." "I didn't leave because I stopped loving you," I said. "I left because I finally started loving myself." Those words crushed her. She dropped to her knees, begging, pleading, reaching for any version of me that still belonged to her. But some wounds don't heal. Some truths never soften. Once betrayal roots itself in your heart, it never fully unlatches. I placed her letter on the step beside her, turned, and walked inside. "You'll be okay," I said softly. "We both will, just not together." She called after me through tears. "Evan, please. I can't lose you." But she already had. I closed the door and listened to the sound of her car, fading down the road. Later that night, I sat by the lake, watching moonlight ripple across the water. I thought about how a single sentence destroyed everything, and how, strangely, it also saved me, because sometimes being broken is what forces you to rebuild. She would never see me again, not out of anger, but because I finally understood something. Walking away isn't weakness. It's freedom.